Evo Esports, they're not going to follow that pattern right now. They're going to ban out the Kaya, and Todak will take out Arkai.
Yeah, and I want to bring out one point as well. I was watching a couple of their VODs as well when they were playing their qualifiers. They play a really mean Grok. Like, they have a Grok player who just does so much in terms of team fights where they go for this flicker Grok, which doesn't make sense for me, but it worked out for them. I'm not too sure if they're going to be pulling the Grok strat here, but it seems to me Todak is going to be banning on Arkai. Yes, they do. I think it's a great ban here from Todak. It was a specific respect ban towards Evil, just because they do play Arkai a lot during their qualifiers.
Yeah, and Todak might have a bit of flashbacks from the Arkai coming in from Sunsparks as well in that game 1 that absolutely dominated them. But like you mentioned, it is a safe pick, it is a safe ban, a respect ban. Now it's Evo Esports' turn to make their choice. They're taking their time with this, and they're going to go with the high loss.
Your team
well, the high loss is pretty much banned here, but speaking of which, the Kimi is pretty much up for grabs here. So Todak may consider just, you know, banning Esports or Kimi, but just based on the previous series as well, Todak has not give a damn about Xbox apparently. They're okay with dealing with Xbox.
Yeah, 3 games consecutively for Reflexa to play that very mean Xbox, and they are gonna go for the Grok. You mentioned that Evo Esports, they play a really mean Grok that somehow worked in their for their playstyle, and Todak, they will show that respect. They take out the Grok, but kind of falling back to this a lot of tanks taken out kind of meta. But guess what? Kufra is now open for the 2nd time today. If Kufra gets picked up, it will be the 3rd Kufra pick across the board.
Well, I have to correct you there a little bit here. It was Renzio who's played the Export from Sunsparks, and also later on was played from QVJ as well. They switch up the roles a little bit. However, yeah, you talked about the Grok as well. Yes, they play a really good one as well. But even in terms of S tier tactics here, I like how they just ban off immediately the high loss and also the Grok, just to, you know, deny all the super tankiness from the hero pool as well. But we know Todak can play a lot of tank roles. They're not too afraid about that. However, the Harry first pick here from side of Evo Esports, this is something I'm really worried here, because this immediately opens things up for the side of Todak to actually pick off the Kufra and also the Esmeralda if they want. I'm not surprised if they first pick the Kufra here. It's kind of like a must pick, but seems to me they're going to be prioritizing on the Masha instead of the Xborg.
Yeah, Kufra, a direct counter. We talked about this before the broadcast. If you see a Kufra, counter to Harry, counter to carry, any hero that wants to dash out, that wants to be mobile, is ineffective in that bouncing ball. They leave the X ball open, but I feel like it's completely fine. You have that Kufra in front. It stops so many so many avenues from all the other meta heroes as we speak. So Evo Esports, with that priority on the Harif, they must have an idea to make this work.
Yeah, I like how you brought up the Kufra as well. I think like in the previous series as well, we saw game number 2. That was how Todak actually won. We saw how tanky, I think it was E1 was playing the Kufra was just super ridiculous. And it was just insane, honestly speaking. And now, like I said as well, Xbox will be taken here from the side of Evo Esports. Carry as well to close things off. But Todak, what are they going to be playing here? Okay, Kimi, pretty standard stuff here. Masha, Kufra, and Kimi. So they have another tank still available, not shown yet. But Evo Esports, I'm worried here. If you think about it, right? Most of the S tier tanks is pretty much taken out of the pool. Hylos is out. Grok is out. Kufra is pretty much out here in favor of Todak. What kind of tanks are we going to be expecting here from Esports? Like, what? Gatot?
Yeah, Gatot, Franco, there's still the Lolita. They got a ban out Chang'e, and if you're Todak right now, you're looking, maybe the Lolita ban is going to be a really juicy one. Lolita does extremely well against the Kimi. You block all the projectile, the maximum charge as well. The Kimi's ultimate, if Lolita can catch that, can intercept that, it will be very good for Evo Esports. Another concern that we previously slightly touched on is the fact that you have the Harif, you have the carry, where Kufra just instantly counters them if he gets on top of them with that bouncing ball. There we go. Lolita taken out by Todak. That is all your top tier tanks on paper eliminated from the hero pool. Wow. Evo Esports now, they have a big choice to make.
This is tough here from Evo Esports because the tanks are pretty much taken out here as well. I think, okay, the Kaja is pretty much out as well. They can still play the Valia support if they want to, but it's not that great. You may transition into a Badang support if they want to from side of Todak. But once they take out all these tanks here, I'm worried from side of Evo Esports. They force them in a situation where they have to play tanks like what, a Mino, a Tigreal, maybe. But okay, seems to be it's gonna be a Valir here from side of Todak, and I don't know, man. Esmeralda is pretty much still up for taking if you want to deal with the Harif later on. But they're saving that final pick here, you know, trying to play a little bit of flex pick here. The Valir pick, you know, is it gonna be support or is it gonna be mid? Or is it going to be the mage here from side Todak? That's going to be the last pick here to open things up and decide on this final drafts coming from Evo Esports.
And it's hard because before the Gato pick, I actually like the Gato pick because it is basically the safest and the best choice for Evo Esports.
Yeah.
The Franco is not going to work because of Kufra. You cannot pick Tigro because Valley just pushes you back with the wall. So the best chance that Evo's has, the safest one, is the Diggy and the Gato. Diggy with the time journey to protect the team, and of course the Gato Kacha to be that main front line that Evo Esports have to kind of pin their hopes on. Todak though, feeling pretty good about themselves. They didn't finish the first series with 0 points, and coming into this, they want to get that 2-0. They have the last pick advantage as well. You look at the Diggy, you look at the Gato. Todak, any pick that they pick right now is going to be great. Esmeralda, I would love that pick if they decide to go for that.
I wouldn't be surprised here, but you know, I'm pretty sure they're pretty happy about this here. They have not much answer towards the Diggy here, but it seems to me it will still with the Hellcat here, and I honestly think Evo Esports is in some trouble because not many heroes can actually deal with Hellcat. But at the same time, they drafted the Hellcat here, considering they did not pick the Gushin to deal with the Xbox here. We've been focusing on the Harif too much here. We completely forgotten about Xbox. But we need heroes like Gushin or even the Hellcat to actually deal with the Xbox. So that was a great final pick here from Hellcat. Honestly speaking, I'm definitely going to be favoring Todak's draft just because I'm not a big fan of Gato Kacha.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Todak's draft look more robust. If we talk about on paper, on textbook, Todak is following the script. But for Evo Esports, at the same time, that is a lot of burden on your carry. We talk Harif, sure, he is also the main core for Evo's Esports, but when the game progresses, you need that carry to shred through this Kufra, to shred through this, to kind of survive against this Marsha. Harif now that will then transition to this core that has to deal with this Hellcat alone. You cannot leave the carry because Chico, we've seen him play an absolutely insane Hellcat. Todak, they got their main picks. They are comfortable in their zone. We're not sure about Evo's Esports just yet, but I'm interested to see what they have to bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely here. You know, Evo Esports, they do stand a really solid chance here, but all hope of them here is going to be on the Xbox player here, to my space, especially with the Harif as well, because they have those kind of early engagements here. We talked about, hey, we need those Groks, we need those Hylos here for those early engagements. Harif is one of those early heroes here, and if Todak finds a way to actually stop them in the track, this is where Kufra and Hellcat will slowly scale into the later game here. But ladies and gentlemen, here, this is going to be Evo Esports from Turkey going up against Todak from Malaysia in this best of 3 series here at the MLBB World Championship 2019 M1.
Yeah, and also to slightly touch on the Hellcat pick, because the Kaya was already banned out by Evos in that first phase. It is really safe to pick this Hellcat. You don't have anyone to kind of use a Divine Judgment and pull the Hellcat out of position to kind of disable this Kimi. And Todak, they recognize the early disadvantage that Evo Esports has. They're going to collapse on that bottom part immediately. Carry was left alone. Gato Kacha is not there. So Todak, they can easily get on this objective, especially with that Kimi.
Wow, this is something I'm not expecting from Todak. They actually went for a single tank setup here. So Nana's going to be the main support here, but in this case, now here comes the engagement. A1 diving the tier 1s here. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be able to take off the Itachi in that regards.
Yep, Gato Kacha pretty hard to take down early on. The bouncing ball was perfect, but doesn't really matter too much early on. E1 tanked as much as he could, but the tower was just a bit too much for him. Evo Esports still in a pretty good spot, but they're going to lose that tower before the 1.5 minute mark.
Oh, good call there from X-Ray. No, unfortunately for him, he actually managed to steal the buff here. If Ash from the side of Evo Esports actually takes that buff here, this is going to be equalized score from side Todak. But now, tier 1's down here. Now here comes the first engagement. Kufra with the bouncing ball, and now the Revitalize has been used from side E1. They will take him down. First blood will head in towards the favor of Evo Esports. They stack 4 guys there, and X-Ray will trade off on the top side.
And it's
Ash actually trading off. My bad. 2
kills for Evo Esports early on. The idea, E1, he went for the engage, did not expect back up immediately. If you look at this replay brought to you by U Mobile, you can see that Evo Esports, they were ready for that engage. Coming in from Todak, and E1, like I said, didn't anticipate Evo Esports with the numbers advantage. Took a bit too much damage and kind of gave that first one away. So Evo Esports with a great start. This also means that this carry has space to recover because he lost that tier 1 before the 1.5 minute mark, but it's totally fine.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I talked about how they have to worry about the Xbox here from Evo Esports, right? Todak, they have to figure things out here. They're trying things a little bit risky, but A1, he's only level 3. He doesn't have the Tyrant's Rage. But like you said, the first turtle buff here, Insanity getting baited out here as well. E1 will fall immediately here, and now where's the counter engagement here? Evo Esports taking 3 kills, but now here comes the stun coming from Ninas, but they can't seem to finish him off. The Revitalize has been used, and seems to me the turtle buff will be secure from side of Evo Esports.
And Todak is kind of falling back to how they play in the domestic scene, trying to go for the split push, not able to get that turtle away, and it means Itachi is going to fight it, engage onto Nanas. Nanas won't be able to make it out this time. The maximum charge, just not enough damage. 4 kills for Evo Esports. It's going to be 5 because Itachi found Moon managing to flicker away. This Kimi will survive for now. X-Ray is here with E1 as well. Does Evo Esports want to continue this? And it seems like E1 will pull the trigger onto Itachi. Ash will get out as well. So Todak, they find nothing in return.
Oh, nicely done there coming from Evo Esports, forcing the last insanity on Ash to actually disengage that fight. A1, you know, unfortunately to say, we did not see enough of follow-up here because right now they need Moon to come up online with from the side of Todak, and they're actually scaling pretty 50-50 despite all these kills and economy being favored towards Evo Esports. And it seems to me the game plan here from Todak is buy time for this Hellcat to come online. And in this case, Chuku is already level 7 here, and Todak, they're playing their cards right. Evo Esports, they completely ignored Hellcat for the first 3.5 minutes right now.
Itachi now trying to frontline Chiku, but Chiku's going to turn back. Kaze joins the fight. Chiku will be forced to retreat, but meanwhile in the top lane, Ash with the last insanity is going to get on top of Moon. This Kimi will start to burn down. Meanwhile, the Harry also find Nanas. That's another 2 kills for Evo Esports, and it seems like they're outmaneuvering Todak.
Very nicely done here. And Evo Esports, they finally got a good read here. They know that Hellcat is nowhere in the vicinity, especially from Chiku. But Chiku, he stole the gold crab here. Will he go for Petrified? Look at that burst here. Will he even survive? Unfortunately, he will go down with the gold buff. And Todak, my oh my.
Todak is seemingly falling apart. Itachi not able to find that knockout with the ultimate, but Hellcat going down to Kaze. The true damage was just way too much for this Hellcat to deal with early on. 7-1, 4.5 minutes in. Evo Esports, the only saving grace for Todak right now is that the goal disadvantage is a 2-bit. But now X-Ray, they found him. Masha trying to run away, but the Hellbite is melting to both Mocker and Luca. X-Ray tries to turn around, but he's not going to make it out. Mega kill for Mocker.
Good game sense there coming from Evo Esports to actually find their way into that kill. Let's take a look at the replay here. X-Ray immediately could not do much. He knew he was pretty much stuck. He tried to come into Lucia, but the time journey was there to provide the additional shield as also movement speed to kite him around. So Evo Esports making full use of their drafts here. They understood their timings from side of Todak. They do not want Chiku to come up online.
Yeah, and the problem with this is if you are Todak, if you kind of get those towers in the record time, under 1.5 minutes, you need to transition that to the other lanes. Todak, they were not able to do so because Evo Esports, they willingly give that objective away to create more space for carry, because now that lane is safe for this carry to maneuver. They go around the map, they pick up Todak one by one, and because of that, that first turret actually doesn't matter to Evo Esports at all.
Well, in this case here, Todak, they're going to be playing the split push strategy here, and once they take the middle tower in tier 1, this is where things are going to open things up from side of Todak. However, Evo Esports, they have a good read. They want to apply the pressure. They have the economy lead. You can see they're protecting the middle stage lane here, and X-Ray, once again, he's going to try and go for a split push, and this time they force rotations coming from Evo Esports.
And you have E1 as well trying to protect X-Ray, but X-Ray is going to get ganged up on. He's just going to buy time this time, running towards the middle lane into that jungle. He won't make it out, but Evo Esports, they're going to go for the counter engage. E1's going to miss that ultimate completely and be punished by Katsu. He'll be taken now. Todak now trying to retreat, and they will be forced to back off.
Overcommitment there coming from A1, but good play there from X-Ray, trying to buy a little bit of time, and yes, they bought in a bit of time here. Look at this, the creep waves from the top side as well is pretty much pushed in, and Evo Esports, they are forced to separate here. This will reduce the pressure that they need. Todak will buy a little bit of small time, but I'm not too sure it's going to be enough here because they've lost E1 in the process. But however, Nanas, oh no, will get scouted out from side of Mocker, and he will take that kill with the Xamarin Force. Revitalize being popped out as well. Evo Esports will take the tier 1 instead.
And making it look so easy as well. You don't see Gato Kacha often. He's not the main priority tank, but you have to always keep in mind that Gato Kacha's ultimate has a long reach. She can always turn around and start to fly. That was what happened to Kufra, and suddenly Kufra seemingly has a way to be taken down. Evo Esports, they're demonstrating that again. Todak now trying to go for split push, but Chiku misses his skills completely, and that means Ash will get out alive. X-Ray though still gonna get that tier 2 bot, and yes, he will. Trying to run away once more. Gato Kacha with the ultimate will force the flicker out. X-Ray buying time for the rest of his team, but Evo Esports will try to go for a collapse once more. This time Todak, they are ready for it.
Uh-oh, Evo X, they're in some trouble. Tier 1s are pretty much exposed here from the side of Todak, and you know that this is happening here from side of Todak. They bought enough space here, and talking about this Tier 1, it opened the entire map for this split push strategy to even work here. Evo Esports here, they had the aggression, they had economy, but this time Todak finally equalizes here. What a play here coming from X-Ray. Evo Esports, how will they play this?
Itachi did not have the ultimate, so Evo Esports, they have to concede that turtle. There's no way you can try to engage without that Gato Kacha ultimate knockup into taunt. So Todak, they still get the objectives, and we pointed this out, both you and I. This was what's been keeping Todak in terms of goalie. They're not too far behind because they got the turtles, they got the farm, they got the minion wave and the towers. But Evo Esports, because of all the lead they've garnered through kills, they are able to roam freely across the map, and Todak just trying to split them apart.
Good steal here coming from Marker. That buff is what Todak thinks needs in the next fight here, but because of that buff being stolen here, I don't think Todak is going to be committing here a lot. Once again, X-Ray is going to buy a little bit more time here for Chiku, go for the split push here. This double assassin strat here is working out. Chiku once again is going to be focusing their mark here. Last Insanity being popped out, and so is the Darkness to buy time here. Unfortunately to say, they lose X-Ray from the side of Todak, and now Evo Esports, they want to wrap things up now.
And you can only do so much with the same strategy. The split push not going to work out because you're giving resources away. Mocker is going to go right in. Kufa found it, and he'll be shut down by Chiku. Evo Esports though, with the time journey coming out a bit late, doesn't matter. They still want to go for the engage. The taunt onto E1. E1, he desperately needs to get away and front line for his team. Great push from Nanas to disengage from their cousin, will be forced to retreat. Mundo going to take those time bombs, and Todak managing to secure that kill and back off.
Wow, what a play there coming from Todak and Evo Esports. They've lost a couple members here. They traded Marker in the process. Unfortunately for Todak, their economy is now slightly leading in favor of Todak. And this split push here is what is stopping this entire aggression coming from Evo Esports. They have to focus on pushing out the lanes, and you can see the itemizations here slowly but surely. This Masha is going to come up online. Corrosive Scythe and the Demon Hunter Sword is up available. So X-Ray's next item is going to be potentially the Wind Talker. We see Durance is already up on Nanas, and this is where slowly but surely Todak will come online. But Evo Esports, will they get this good read though?
Evo Esports seemingly ready. Itachi has been that magical front line for Evo Esports. He's been getting the engages, but with the Lord now finally spawning, the split push from Todak will be a key to kind of pick Evo Esports apart and secure themselves that objective. They've been doing it for the past two turtles. Chiku now forced to run away, and Morka is there. Gato Kache as well. The ultimate doesn't connect. Chiku managing to get away, and Todak now, they have control over the Lord Pit.
Why? Oh my, Todak once again buying more time, forcing so many big ultimates here from the side of Evo Esports, and this is going to buy a little bit more time here for X-Ray to do his thing. However, economy-wise, once again, is still 50-50. The Lord is going to be up for contestants here. Evo Esports.
He found Nanas, and that is your valid taken out straight away. E1 will be isolated, but he should be able to get out. Todak, they're still trying to push those minion waves out. It's going to be X-Ray doing that with the Marsha, but Evo Esports, they're going to start the Lord out. We've seen Todak go for a loss here against Sunsprout in Game 2 in the Series 1. Can they do this again? And they need to make this happen, but the Lord is falling way too quick. Todak, they're trying to go for it, but they're not going to secure the Lord. This time it's going to go over to the Harem. Marker is going to go for the re-engage onto E1, but he'll bouncing ball to get away. Moon trying to do as much damage as she can. Tyrant's Wrath does come in to get Marker into the wall, but it doesn't really matter. Everyone gets out. The Lord has now spawned. Todak goes for a retreat. They actually pick up the Diggy. Now Marker needs to start backing up, but Gato Kache with the re-engage onto E1. E1 has to start running, but Marker will get the kill.
Oh, this is bad here from side of Todak. However, they're trying to buy time here because Chiku getting a solo kill up top. He's splitting the push, and that was the whole objective coming from Todak. It was a bait. Commit to the fight. They are going to go for the end here because Chiku, he has the potential to take the crystal. The split push game is real coming from Todak. Evo Esports, they walked into the trap. They lose a tier 3 up top, and because of that, they're okay with losing the Lord here from Todak. That was the initial game plan from start to end. The Masha Hellcut split push combo coming in from Todak.
Yeah, but Todak playing this pretty well. If you don't succeed first, try again. Because of that top inhibitor taken down by this Hellcut, the whole Lord advantage has been completely negated by Todak. And this is the key for them to stay alive in this game, because there's no way they can fight Evo Esports on. They have been kind of splitting Evo Esports apart with all these engages, but this time Moon will be caught out, and Marker will find his head. E1 now tries to protect the Kimi, but he is isolated from the rest of the team as well. 4 members of Evo Esports on top of E1, and he will not survive. Nernas has the backup, he gets the knockback, but Todak, they will continue the split push.
Oh, this is big here for Evo Esports. They took down A1 and Moon. Now they were thinking about closing this game here, but Todak, they have only Nernas to defend against this. You can see Masha and Chiku is pretty much split up as well. They want to go for the split push. However, this damage here from the side of Evo Esports is a little bit too harsh. They need Chiku back. Oh no, Chiku, his HP is a little bit low here. Nuna's forcing them back here. And fortunately for them, Evo Esports will disengage.
Wow, such great discipline from Evo Esports. The Diggy was standing in the middle of his team. The moment Chiku comes in, he gets that time journey. But now Chiku will find Mocker. Does he really want to fight this? Mocker is going to start on him. Chiku a bit more, but it will not work out. Mocker finds that kill on the Hellcut.
Oh, nice try there from Chiku, overcommitting here. He needed that kill, and now Marker 915. He's super strong here. Level 15 up on Kaze as well. The carries already online from side of Evo Esports. Todak, this split push game here needs to drag this a little bit longer. However, Evo Esports, they are trying their best to close up this game. Tier 3s are down in the middle lane, but there are still 2 Tier 2s on the top and the bottom lane. And those 2 towers here is the reason why Todak is still in the game.
And if you're Evo Esports right now, that mid inhibitor means way more than getting that mid inhibitor on Todak worth way more than losing your top inhibitor because of the minion wave is slightly shorter in the middle lane. Evo Esports, they can slowly go for this collapse. Kimi will be the one to keep Evo Esports out for now.
How will they play this though? Todak, they're still split pushing here. 38k into towards Todak and 42k economy from Evo Esports here. There's going to be 4k difference here. Todak trying to minimize the economy as much as they can. X-Ray with the split push here, unfortunately for him, almost gets scouted out.
And also, I want to slightly touch on, because Evo Esports took down that mid inhibitor, that mid tier 3, it means that this Marsha is forced to focus her attention on the middle lane instead of the side lanes, because we talked about the shorter lane means the minion wave crash faster into your base. Evo Esports, they got their priorities right, and they are forcing Todak into an impossible corner.
True, true, and true. However, on the right side here, the longer lanes here means longer rotation for Evo Esports here. So Chicken and Egg coming into the game here. However, Evo Esports, they know what Todak wants here. They know X-Ray wants to take down this tier 2, because this tier 2 in the middle lane here from side Evo Esports is the reason why they're having a rough time. But at the same time, Evo Esports, they have this good read here. How will this fare out?
They can collapse onto this. It's going to be a 4-on-5 if Todak goes for the engage. It seems like E1 has found Luca. Time journey though will keep Luca safe, and now E1 again isolated from the scene, being the front line. But guess what? The back line is exposed. E1 completely eviscerated by Evo Esports as Itachi forces the rest of Todak to back off, and now Evo Esports, they're going to collapse. The Hellcat is there. Last insanity will be the last straw. Todak X-Ray though still finding a way to engage. Chiku as well, waiting in the wings, but they found it! Itachi, insane game sense. Now Morgan to get on top of Chiku. Chiku cannot go down, but he will! Gato Kacha on the killing spree. They will lose Marsha as well. Evo Esports, is this the win for them?
This might be the game here. Apparently, it was a nice setup here. Great game sense coming from Itachi, going for the scout. He feels like he's got his Monkey Kill Sharingan out and going for the fight. And this case here, Evo X Ash, they is going to try and stall here from side Nanas, because the Lord is going to be up the objectives here. Simon Force getting committed as well. They're going to protect Kaze to take the Lord. And this is going to be the opening window to close up the game from side Evo Esports. Todak, I don't think they have any answer to this right now.
Second Lord for Evo Esports. Itachi came in with the Sharingan, but now he has the Rinnegan ready. Perfect game sense, perfect prediction. Evo Esports, they are in such a good spot. The carries online, 5-0 and 2. The Harib is absolutely monstrous, 9-1 and 7. He is decked out. So Todak, they have a lot on their plate, and it might be too much.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a tough year. However, Todak, once again, they have the split push potential. They can stall this out. But if Evo Esports just 5-man runs mid here with the Lord, they need all hands on deck from side Todak here to actually defend against this here. But you can see Chiku is trying to make those plays here. He wants to go for the split push end game here. It might be a base rush, but I don't know if Todak can hold this here. You can see Moon struggling here to take down the Lord.
Yeah, Chiku needs to be with him right now. Gato Kacha Itachi is really going to join the rest of the Akatsuki squad. Evo Esports, they are going for that crystal. The Lord will be taken out eventually, but they'll give Evo Esports enough time to take out the second inhibitor in the top lane. Now Todak, actually Gato Kacha isolated by Chiku. It's going to be a 4-on-4 for now, and Todak will find the chance to start. Great engage by E1, but not good enough because carry is belting through him. Immortality will give him a second life, but he needs to get out right here, right now. He won't make it out. Monster kill for the carry. Last insanity from Ash, and actually he's desperately trying to chill through the back line, but he will get taken out by Marker. Now Chiku joins the fight, takes out the Harry, but will it be enough? They lost the Diggy as well, but here Here comes Itachi, gets a ton to Chiku. Chiku managing to escape. Todak, they hold on.
What a play there coming from Todak here. It seemed that they overextended the stay here, but Evo Esports, they underestimated the power of Chiku. Gets bursted down by Moon. He is still the marksman for the team here with the mage emblem, but still, they need more items from the side of Todak if they want to fight against Evo Esports. But unfortunately here, let's take a look at the replay here. A little bit misplaced here from side Evon, but the time journey was the one that actually saved the day. But this time that was bought here, the last insanity from side of Ash instantly gets bursted down, was one of the reasons why Evo Esports could not close this out, because Todak focused fire their way through. They made a little bit of small mistakes here, but still, Evo Esports, they are struggling to close up this game just because of how well the decision making is being made from side of Todak Gaming.
But one last inhibitor stand for Todak Esports. They took down the top inhibitor from the side of Evo Esports pretty early on, but they lost theirs as well. So Evo Esports, they can't wait for that third Lord. 100 seconds until that objective spawns. Todak, they need to hold this out. The split push is not going to be as effective as it was because of the same magnitude of the minion wave.
Yep, at the same time as well, X-Ray, he's got the Queen 1 available on towards the Masha. They are going to be able to come up online. Chiku does have the power potion. This is where Chiku is at his scariest moment here. Evo Esports may not anticipate this power potion available, and this is where he's going to be opportunity for them to close up this game. And Kaze immediately also getting the rock potion to try and deal with this burst coming from Chiku. Smart call there from Evo Esports.
And Evo Esports is going to force the flicker out of X-Ray, and they'll push out that top minion wave. Now they can collapse. 2-2-1 for now, but all of those heroes will be safe because they have some sort of utility. Gato Kacha is safe on its own. You have the Expert with the Harib, you have the Diggy with the carry. There's no way Todak can engage and get a pick-off.
Yep, at the same time here, how are they gonna do this here? They have the Immortal up available on Chiku. Evo Esports, they can't seem to go for those pickoffs. They need one kill, at least one on the Hellcurt or one on towards the Masha here. And Evo Esports is struggling to find those kills here because Todak is just not giving an inch here. Mocker forced to switch up his boots here, going for the armor boots just to have a little bit of tankiness here to deal with the right clicks coming in from Chiku. And smart call, Holy Crystal come up on Moon as well.
Almost a 10,000 net worth lead for Evo Esports. The third Lord will be what seals the deal if Evo Esports gets it, but Todak, we've seen it, we said it, they managed a steal previously.
Lord,
you can see all 5 members of Todak, they are waiting at the Lord pit. They are waiting near that bottom jungle for Evo Esports to start. They are daring this, they are dancing around that pit, and Evo Esports, we'll see if they go for this.
Yeah, it might happen here, but Todak, one big turning point here is going to be the glowing one up on the Nas as well. This support is slowly but surely going to hit like a truck. However, Evo Esports, they will have the burst damage here. They are going to be starting off the Lord here. How will Todak respond?
Todak, they see everything. Lord down to 50%. Evo Esports, they'll pull out the Lord right now, and they will give the rest of Todak enough time to split out the minion waves. They're pushing out the top and the middle lane. Good move from Todak. Now it's going to be their turn to engage on the Lord. Evo Esports, they have a big choice to make. Do they want to contest the split push? Do they want to go for the objective? And it seems like right now, Todak has had them torn apart. They're in a dilemma. Good move from Todak.
I like what Todak is doing here. They're trying to bait this Lord out here so that the Masha can actually go for the split push here. Power potion reset again from side Chiku to Todak. The Lord is there. Here comes the jump. And Evo Esports, they're trying to close this game, but they can't seem to finish off. But look at this. The Lord is on the edge here, favoring the Todak. This is next level plays.
Walker.
Are they going to reset this fight? And no, Evo, they have to complete this fight. Here comes Todak. The Tyrant's range. The Storm from Rock. Who's going to take the Lord? It won't be Chiku. It's going to be game. Todak, they force Evo Esports into a top spot here. They're going to go for the pickup, but unfortunately, it's not over yet. X-Ray is can't take it down, and Todak will take this reset here. It's going to be 1-for-1 down here, but Todak, what a play. But Nanas, he's going to try and pick up even more. Luca will get sniped off, and here comes the time of Evo. They won't take out Diggy. Evo Esports, they lose 2. What a play from Todak.
And Todak, they are the miracle worker. The most important Lord of the game goes to the red side. Mocker bought enough time, got the kill onto X-Ray, but it wasn't enough. Now they have to defend 3 versus 4. They need to hold on for 50 more seconds with the X-Ball. They should be able to do this a bit longer, but Todak, you can see they have the wind in their eyes. They have the crystal in their sights. 8 more seconds. Gato Kacha will be back. Itachi will join the rest of his team in a slight moment. They don't have the Diggy for another 10 seconds. And Todak, if they want to end this, they need to end this right now. You can see they're fully committing onto this. Ash is there. Chiku going straight for the crystal, but he's forced there. Gato Kacha getting the ultimate in. No knockout. Chiku has a second life. He'll come back. They'll get the second inhibitor. The Lord is still pretty much knocking on the doors though. But Evo Esports, they'll hold on. It's a godlike for the carry. The knockout from the Lord, not enough. They will lose Chiku. Kaze now trying to go for it, but the maximum charge will find Mocker. 50 seconds, 21 minutes in. Todak, they want to close this out, but can they do it?
Evo Esports has lost their main physical damage output here, and Todak is going to take opportunity over this here because X-Ray, he has the melee free roll, he can go for down. A1 missing the Tyrant's range. Evo Esports, how would it spawn? But the Crystals is exposed. How would it close this? And they won't focus it down as Todak will take game number 1 in this series. What a game, what a game.
The Swordfish strike back. The Lord was all they needed, and they took it all the way to secure that game 1. Evo Esports, fantastic early game, amazing mid game, but all it took was one good decision from Todak.